Okay, okay, okay. Oh, fucking K. Aquarius struggle in relationships. I've said it before, I've said it again. And it's not all of us, and it's not every relationship either. Because I have some relationships that are really easy and some that are really not. Okay? But in general, it is a common theme for Aquarius to struggle through relationships. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that because I got 6 or 7 messages this past 7 days. Every day, a message came in about Aquarius or somebody in a relationship with an Aquarius that they're struggling through. And people are like, Queen, what is the deal? Help us out. So I'm going to give you a little bit of help. I give you help every time, but I'm gonna give you a little bit more help. I am Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, it will mean the world to me if you do certain things today, okay? So take a look at your computer. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe. If you hit the bell notification so you can get updates on my videos. If you would like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would pass this video on to somebody else who might need to hear this or might just enjoy it. And if you would leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And don't forget to stick around to the end of the video because at the end of the video, I'm going to read out 2 of my favorite positive comments from previous videos, okay? If you would like to get a reading done, if you would like to send me a gift, if you would like to get some Ask an Aquarius merchandise, if you would like to become one of my patrons on Patreon, any of those things, if you want to email me for a reading, all that information is underneath this video, okay? So just check out that underneath section and you're good to go. So, yeah, Aquarius and struggling. Aquarius do struggle through relationships. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever somebody wants to be my friend, if they even make that statement, I get scared. I get really scared. I bet some people, when somebody says they want to be your friend, you're probably flattered or happy or anything like that. I get scared. And I'm gonna tell you why I get scared. I get scared because the first thing that comes to my mind is all the things that go wrong or have gone wrong in relationships that I've had in the past, platonic or non-platonic. So when somebody says, I want to be your friend, I'm like, shit. Like, oh, damn, you know? And it's not that I don't like the person or they might not be a good friend. They might be wonderful, but I don't think about that. I think about, oh, God, what if this person is overly emotional? What if this person is a thief? What if this person is an irk? What if this person is needy? Because I meet a lot of people who are very emotionally needy. I can't deal with that vibration. It drains me. I can't take it. What if this person wants to be my friend for reasons that aren't good reasons? Or codependency? Or they want to trauma bond with me? Which, if we're trauma bonding and we're still regurgitating the same pain, I don't want to do that. So a lot of times when somebody tells me they want to date me or they want to be my friend, my first reaction really is fear. My first reaction is fear. And I have to sit and tell myself, why are you acting like that? Why are you being afraid? And I have to really talk to myself about it because that's the first thing that comes up is all of the things that can possibly go wrong. And I'm training myself now to think of all of the things that could possibly go right. Because that's the way the law of attraction works. If I keep on thinking about what can go wrong, things are going to go wrong. So when I say that Aquarius struggle in relationships of all kind, that's what I'm talking about. Because Aquarius, we can't deal with a lot of different energies. Like for instance, that needy energy. A lot of Aquarius hate needy energy. And a lot of people will not call it needy energy at all. They'll just, feel like, they're just being themselves, they're expressing themselves. But I was talking to a friend the other day, a Virgo, and I was saying to the Virgo, I can't deal with all that whining. I can't deal with people and they're calling me whining all the time. It's one thing, and he made me laugh because he said they're not whining, Aquarius. And he was like, they're just talking about how they feel. And I laughed because I was like, you're so right. Yes, you're right. But I can't take that all the time. I can't take a person whose every phone call is a problem. I can't stay in that relationship. I'm not going to be able to hang in there because it's going to drive me crazy. If you have problems, everybody has problems. Let's put it like that. So I'm like, okay, but if every time I talk to you, I used to know this Virgo, another Virgo, and every time I talked to her every day, this was every day, there was a new problem. There was a new problem, or it was a new problem, or it was an existing problem that hadn't been resolved. Every day. I was just like, you can't be serious. Not every day. I shit you guys not, every single day. Whenever she texts me in the afternoon, because we would text every day, whenever she texts me, it was another problem. She had 2 babies' fathers. They both were a problem. They both, either one of them was an alcoholic and he didn't pay his child support. The other one would pay it when he felt like it, and he moved to another country. So she really had to just kind of wait for him to send money for their son. Then she had constant arguments with her mother, constant arguments with her sister, who basically just wanted her to get her life together, and she wasn't doing it the way that they wanted her. She wasn't doing it at all, much less the way they wanted her to. And every time I talked to her, it was another problem that she had not resolved, or had a new issue had arose. And it was draining to me. I got so tired. I just couldn't do it no more. And we stopped being friends for a totally different reason, because she stole from me. You guys know about her. She stole something from me, and I never spoke to her again. But the interesting thing about it was, when she stole it, the first thing I thought was, at least I get to be free now. That's what I thought. I didn't think, dang, my money gone, I thought, at least I get to be free. At least, because once somebody steals from you, unless you're the kind of person who likes punishment, it's always smart to kind of back away from that kind of energy. And I thought to myself, at least now I ain't got to be bothered with the bullshit no more. That's the first thing that came to my mind before everything else. And that was why. So Aquarius struggle through relationships like those. And you can't always pick those relationships. For example, some of us struggle with our family members. You can't pick your family. My brother tells me every time I complain about one of our family members, he says, you can't pick your family. And I just don't deal with them. I just can't. Certain family members have certain behaviors that I just can't keep on arguing with you. I just can't keep on, dealing with your negativity. I just can't keep doing it. I have a Christian aunt. And all Christians are not like this. I know some wonderful Christians. But I have a Christian aunt. And she's not one of those wonderful ones. She's one of those mean ones. And I'm like, how are you a Christian and you mean? And you're judgmental. And you're negative towards other people. And you gossip about people. You talk about people. You lie. But you come at everybody else. I can't deal with her. I blocked her on social media. And I refuse to even talk to her unless I have to. At a family event, I'm very polite. Aquarius, polite, cordial, and quick. Hey, how you doing? All right, see you later. Real polite, cordial, quick. That's what I do with her. And it's just, I can't deal with every time I talk to you, when you going to church with me. Or she's going into some form of how I'm going to hell. I'm always going to hell for a different reason. So she just picks one, and I'm going to hell for that reason. Then I have an aunt that's really jealous of me. She's been jealous of me since I was 4 years old. And I've always been, because we look similar, but I look better, And I've always noticed that. But as a little girl, you don't really you pick up, but you just kind of like, eh. As I got older, the things that she would say about me, the way she would talk about me, I knew that's what it was. Because she would talk about me the same way other jealous bitches would talk about me. So I'm like, okay, so she's jealous. Okay, got you. And I dealt with it for years and years and years. And then I just cut her off. I was just like, you know what? If you're going to keep talking shit about me and being jealous of me and lying on me, and you my aunt, cut her right off like a bad habit. So as an Aquarius, we know that we're going to struggle with these negative relationships. Now, there are other people I know that have similar relationships and they just deal with it. They just deal with those negative, those draining people, those overly emotional people. They just deal with it. And some of them is to their detriment. Aquarius not going to do that. Many of us just not going to do it. Some of us will try, because I did try, as you can see, for years and years and years to deal with some of those relationships, and I just couldn't. And then when it comes to romantic relationships, a lot of people complain to me about Aquarius and romantic relationships. And some of those relationships we struggle through. Not all of them. The good ones, the happy ones that are harmonious, we kind of do really great in those. But it's the ones where there's major conflicts, or where we're uncertain, or where the other person is doing something we don't like. It's those relationships that have conflicts that a lot of times we will struggle through. And part of the reason is, in all of these situations, is we have a hard time talking about our feelings, and we have a hard time addressing situations, because it's like, if I talk to you about my feelings, that's not going to change you. If I tell my aunt that I'm very hurt that she talks about me and has been jealous of me and talking down to and about me my whole life, I always got to fight her, I always got to cuss her the fuck out. And if I say to her, that really hurts me and I wish you wouldn't do that, it's not going to change. All she's going to do is call her other sisters and then clown about what I said. So that communication can't help the situation. I think I've even tried before. I can remember being a teen and trying. So for me, it's like Aquarius do struggle in many different types of relationships. So if you're in a relationship with an Aquarius, just remember, and you can help it. You can help it by being open-hearted, by being open-minded, by being communicative, by picking up on the clues. If you're around your Aquarius, when do they get agitated? Whenever my aunt starts talking shit about my spirituality, I used to get very irritated. That's her cue to leave it alone. Go to a different topic. It's millions of topics. Why do we have to talk about our spiritual differences? We can talk about the things that we agree on. But she never does that. She always leads in with some bullshit. I cuss her the fuck out. And then she says, I'm crazy. This is what happens every single time. But instead of doing that, she can shift the whole vibration by just changing the conversation. Very simple. So please remember that when you're dealing with Aquarius and our poor struggling selves. Miss W. Hey, Miss W. Miss W said, Luna, Lily, and Mr. Weasley are Aquarius. Yes, they are. My goodness, yes. Thank you. They're all such great people. I agree. Luna, Lily, and Mr. Weasley are some of the best people in the story as far as their behavior. Especially Luna. Luna was such a sweetie. Lily, sacrificing herself for her son. Mr. Weasley and all them kids, and being so good to Harry. They are some of the best characters in the Harry Potter universe. I agree with you 100%. Terrell Brandon. Hey, Terrell. Terrell said, Queen, you are the bomb. I love you and your videos. Keep feeding me as well as your viewers. Ask an Aquarius information as well as views. Thank you so much, Terrell. Thank you for being here. And Terrell, make sure that you come back soon because I have a lot more to say. All right, guys, it's time for me to go. See you later.